so happy to see you again. Yesterday we talked about We talked about hobbies. I remember. We talked about hobbies and sports, like basketball, baseball, painting, video games, all different kinds of things we like to do. It was lots of fun. We did virtual hangman for quite a bit, and we also did our show and tell. So we talked about our favorite things for a little bit, and then we also talked about some things that we like to do in different seasons or on our own perfect day. So today's theme will be different. So each day we have a different topic that we are focusing on, and today's theme is jobs. Let's get started. So first we have Han doing our warm-up activity, and we're talking about what your parents' job is. So we would take turns having people talk about a parent's job and how many jobs you can name. All yours.
Okay, let me start first. What do my parents work? My dad, he's a civil engineer, and he works he received the construction. He built the house. Mostly, he built the school, hospital, and the roads. And for my mom, she do the housework. So she mainly a housewife. She help to cook, clean up the house, take care of the children, do gardening, something like that. Yeah, that is my parent job. And I think now I could pick someone to talk about your parent job. Okay, let's start with Elena. Could you please?
My dad is a pastor. He works in church, and my mom doesn't have a.
So your mom is a housewife. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Next one I could Dragon. What do your parents do for work?
Is he a police officer or a soldier officer?
Yeah, or many people now work in the office, so.
Oh no, officer doesn't mean you work in an office. Officer means that you are in a position like a person who works in an office is an office worker or a salaried person. That's someone who works in an office. If you say officer, then you're talking about a police officer, a military officer, the people that are in that kind of executive position.
Are you sure that's why I ask? Because I'm not sure.
In English, yes, I'm sure that's the only time you call somebody that. It's the officer. The first word. When you use the word officer, you're referring usually to an officer.
So if someone work in the company, they will not be called officer.
No, that's not what it means. Yeah, no, it's so. Yeah, they would be called an office. When he meant office worker. Yeah, so if he works in a company building, he just wears a suit and he sits at a desk and he does those things, then he's an office worker. But if you are in a leadership position, then you are an officer of something. So then if you're in a leadership position, then you're like a police officer, you're a military officer. That's when we use that word. Yeah, if you're just working in a company, then you're an office worker. You work in an office.
I didn't know that.
It's different, yeah.
So it's more like a government related?
Yes, exactly. So it's not just government, but organization. Like for example, the CEO is Chief Executive Officer. That's what CEO stands for. So it's only people who are in like leadership positions of an organization. Yeah.
Understand? When officer?
That was more
Actually,
for you.
I didn't know.
That was more
Yeah. Oh, you know about that? That's good. Dragon, he said he know about that. Okay. Then now let's turn to Seyang. What about you? What do your parents do for work? Seyang Jung.
I got to go and do cases like real lawyers do, and I wore a suit, and I had a small briefcase, and it was very fun, and that motivated me even more to want to become a lawyer. Then I found out how much school a lawyer has to go to, and I said, bye-bye, lawyer. It was nice, and now here I am. So that was my childhood dream, was to be a lawyer. But if I was to write in my three sentences would be, when I grow up, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a lawyer because I think lawyers are so cool. Every time I watch them on TV, I think that they're very confident and cool. And that's like 3 sentences. So you don't have to say as much as I did just now, but 3 sentences is okay. Elena, are you there?
Yes.
Have you picked your job?
Yeah.
You have your sentences ready?
Yeah, I don't have a dream job, so I pick any job.
Okay.
I pick teacher.
A teacher, okay.
I want to be a teacher because I like children and I like to teach people. Because so I want to be a teacher.
Here I am. No, I'm glad that you got some snacks. It's important to have snacks. Oh, I was like, I wish I had a snack. I do have cookies. Actually, this cookie is you're also eating snacks right now. You had all this time to eat the snack. I'm just watching it shove in your mouth. Anyway, I was gonna say that actually this snack that I am eating is a very American snack. It looks just like a piece of chocolate, right? But it's actually a cookie inside. And this cookie is made by this group called Girl Scouts. So, what is my phone, the Galaxy was like, hello. My Bixby, and I was like, why are you working? No, stop it, no. Anyway, these cookies are made by this organization, this group called Girl Scouts, and it's only in America, where young girls can sign up for this organization, and they have a uniform, and they wear this belt that gets little patches, for doing different accomplishments. So for selling cookies, they sell the cookies to make money for the organization. They sell the cookies and they make money, and they use the money to take the girls on trips to different places. And get passes for all tie rope, for knowing how to start fires, for knowing how to use a compass and like move in the wilderness, knowing how to like do different survival skills like putting up tents and building things, or sewing, or knitting, or all different kinds of things. So they have all different kinds of things, like patches and stuff, and I want to show an image. So I will share my screen here. So this is some images about the Girl Scouts. So this is their uniform. That's what they look like when they're wearing their little vest that has all the different patches, as you can see. And they have their special handshake that they do. And this is their logo. Like the other pictures of them. And I want to find the cookies, because the cookies is the most important part. Aha! Here it is. These are their cookies. They're delicious. They're $4 for one box. That price has not changed in my 20 years of life. It's been $4 per box. And this is my favorite right here. It is caramel and coconut flavored. It's delicious. And they have other flavors too, like lemonade and peanut butter. So on. Alright, it looks like almost everybody is banned.
Thank you for sharing, Leo.
Thank you. You know, somebody cared. We left the game.
We listen to you. Okay,
Yeah.
I ate this one, Rudrada. So this is from Indonesia.
Oh, like we're all just sharing our snack. That's cool. What does it taste like?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. This one is also another American thing. So the flavor is called s'mores, and it is chocolate with chocolate, or how to describe it? So basically, it's a cracker, marshmallow cracker, and then it's covered in chocolate. And then it's all one cookie. That is the cookie. Very good. Not my favorite. My favorite is the caramel coconut one, but it's still good. All right. Now moving on to our next section. So we talked about your parents' jobs. We talked about what you want to do as a job. And now we, the teachers, will talk about our majors in school and what we want to do as our job. I'm in my last year in university, so I'm graduating. Cross my fingers. I'm graduating in 3 months. Everyone send me good energy, please. And I don't remember what year Ra is, but I know Han is in graduate school, right? So hopefully Han is also almost done with school. So we'll send all of them good vibes as well. So we'll take our turns talking about what our classes are about and what job we hope to do after we graduate from school. So maybe we can inspire you to become interested in our jobs or our fields, or just, expose you to different kinds of jobs and things you can do in school when you go to university besides doctor, lawyer, teacher. Han, do you want to go first?
I think we need to ask if Hajun and Elena are here. Hajun,
Yes.
are you okay?
Yes,
Could
yeah.
you please like show your face the video? 'Cause if not, we don't know whether you are here or not. Okay.
Elena's here.
How about Hajun?
Jian, are you here? Okay,
Okay.
great.
Okay, talk about my major.
Yeah,
I major in industrial engineering. I think I have to take a note. I major in the industrial engineering, and after graduating from my undergraduate degree, I work in the footwear industry. Do you know Adidas? Okay, Adidas. Adidas have many factories in Vietnam, and I worked there for 1.5 years before I came to Korea for my master degree. And I just finished my master degree in logistics and supply chain management. And after that, I will look for the job that match with my major about industrial engineering. Yeah. You may want to know like what do I really do with my job, right? Because like I can work either in the service field or manufacturing field. And in my previous job, I go to the factory, I work into the soft floor, and make sure that the production line is balanced, no bottleneck. And I make sure that the quality of the shoe it match with the standard. That is my job. Yep.
To explain what a bottleneck is for the children,
bottleneck.
like basically what Han's job is she walked in the factory, and when you see the long production line, you have this conveyor belt, all these shoes are coming down, and there's, I'm assuming, robots, and then also people coming in robot arms and fixing things and attaching parts of the shoe together. She has to go and make sure that there's no mistake. So if any of the shoes have a problem on them, then she takes that one and she takes it out so that it doesn't go further to say, okay, bye, Elena.
Bye, Elena. See you.
We'll see you next time. Thank you for joining. So she has to make sure that none of the shoes have lots of problems, that they match, so that it looks like a proper shoe that someone can wear. And then also, if, say, one of the shoes was to fall off somewhere and get stuck, and now there are lots of shoes that are going to keep going down the line, and they just keep getting pushed, and they all pile up. You're supposed to stop that from happening, to stop anything from building up in one spot and make sure everything runs smoothly. It's her job. But I didn't know that they have factories in Vietnam.
Look at your shoe. There is only made in China or made in Vietnam.
Oh, really?
There are 15 factories in Vietnam for Adidas.
Wow. 15.
And there's like two big company, the Korean company, that they are a supplier for Adidas.
I see. It makes sense. I know why you're there. It makes sense. That's cool. That's really cool. Robert, what about you? What's your major?
Okay, I'll start from my bachelor. Basically, my major in bachelor is electrical engineering. And after I graduated from my bachelor, I was work in the telecommunication company. It was a Chinese company. And what I did that time, I worked in maintenance. So in maintenance field, and then in the office, I did like a program Arabic program. So if there is something trouble on site, so I will go there to the outside and fix them. And that trouble we can monitor from the office. I work for operation support systems. Then I know there is a trouble on site. Then I go there to fix. Then it's after 2 years I work there. I moved to another company, which in Ericsson 7 years ago. It's like a Sweden European company. Still in the field of telecommunication operator, mobile operator. And after 5 years, then I moved to Japan to continue my study in master, but I changed my major into the information technology, IT. So most of the time I doing coding and some simulations. Then after graduate from my master, I come back to my previous company in the telecommunication operator field, and on the less than 1 year, Korea to continue my major here as a computer engineering, and I do a simulation, kind of a simulation, computer and coding, programming, something like that. That's my job now.
Wow, that's good. So basically, because I'm sure a lot of that words just kind of went over their head. You worked in the telephone industry, like the telephone company industry,
Yeah, mobile
and
operator.
you did coding. Here's what I'm trying to explain with like simpler words. So you worked in telephone industry, doing coding, and now you were an engineer, similar to Hang, but a different kind of engineer, doing electric engineering. She does industrial engineering, and now you changed your major to IT, doing just online computer science
engineering
stuff. Okay. So I don't have a master's. I'm just an undergrad student. So after you graduate high school, you go on to university for 4 years, and you get what is called a bachelor degree or undergraduate. And afterwards, after you get that, you can go start working, which is what I plan to do, or you can continue and do more studying to get a master's or a PhD, a doctorate degree. So you have that choice. I am just doing my 4 years after high school, and my major is communications. So I do film, camera, we're working with video cameras, and doing audio stuff with microphones. And then I also do graphic design. So I don't really draw, but I can use shapes, like pre-made shapes that the computer makes. I tell the computer to do the drawing for me, and I make posters or websites, basic things like that. Yeah, so when I graduate, I hope to work as a director for film or writing scripts for people and working with cameras. That's what I hope to do. Okay, so we have about 15 minutes left. So hopefully we can get through to this next activity, which is our game for today. So we're going to play a game. I'm very excited for this game. It's called Scribble. And the reason it's called that is because you have to draw. So I hope everybody remembers how we played our hangman. Choi-gun, you remember hangman yesterday, right? Choi-gun, you remember hangman yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this game is similar to that, where we are going to be guessing a word, but instead of how before Hangman we had, 3 lines and you have to guess one letter by one letter, instead we have a person will pick a word and then they will have to draw it. So for example, if I draw this picture like this, you get the idea. What does this look like? It could be anything. I'm really bad at this.
Cookie.
Could be a cookie.
Waffle.
I was
Waffle.
looking more for basketball, not
Oh
waffle.
my God,
I know it's so bad.
Right.
Okay, anyway, I know
And
it's
top
so bad.
waffle.
I know,
Right.
I know.